Hello, my name is Crucimix, and today I finally get to say I was ahead of the curve on something. Since 2016, the golden era, the most beautiful time of freedom, since the perfect time where everyone could say and do whatever they wanted, I always held an opinion that was a bit controversial back then, but is now relatively tame. See, I was a huge fan of Filthy Frank. He was my favorite YouTuber, and still is probably my greatest inspiration in general, but I always thought he had some unfunny friends, in particular, Ethan Klein.
Gonna be a real good prank. Watch this. This is gonna be great. Come on. Come on. Hey.
Oh, hey Frank, how you doing?
Fuck you. I fucking hate you.
What I couldn't understand is why I had to keep seeing this guy, because I tried watching his content, I tried ingesting his stuff, but it just didn't have any charm like Filthy Frank's did. I had always thought the only time H3H3 was ever funny was in videos with Frank, or iDubbbz, or JonTron. Everyone but him was funny, and he only happened to be there.
We were in love. I can't believe you fucking left me. What? Huh? You fucking left me in the Olive Garden? You got married? You got married with, what's her name, Gila?
There's only so many free breadsticks, man. We were there for 5 hours.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Every fucking weekend it's Olive Garden. The breadsticks are only good for like the first week, and after that, you expect me to keep eating breadsticks?
He didn't have the madness and sheer destruction that How To Basic and Filthy Frank had. He didn't have the charm and comedy that Filthy Frank and iDubbbz had. He didn't have anything worth watching. His Vape Nation video wasn't even slightly entertaining to me. I never understood why my friends would be like, oh god, we gotta turn this on. And it's like the least funny fucking meme. The only time I thought of him at all as anything positive was during the sort of beginning area of his podcast where he would have certain people on like Jordan Peterson and Joji, which I hadn't seen since he quit Filthy Frank, so I enjoyed watching those videos, but I wasn't, super interested in them. If there wasn't a name attached that I recognized, I wouldn't click on the video. But then, to my surprise, there was this video, this real tipping point where I was like, oh my god, H3 did a podcast with my favorite comedian, and that was a terrible thing because it happened to be the Bill Burr episode. Yeah, you know the fucking one.
And he also had a zillion kids, so I mean, yeah.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
yeah,
somehow
by all means,
compromise your
keep talking
privacy.
about it. Is there any way you can cut this out? I'm honest, dude. Like,
seriously?
Yeah, no, dude. There's fucking lunatics out there.
Okay.
Whoa.
Off the air, I'll tell you.
All right.
Jeez. I love how surprised he is. Jeez.
Well,
There's
you can
actually-
mention the...
Before, I wasn't really sure that I hated H3H3. I was just like, oh, his content's not for me. But at this point, I realized, oh, fuck, I just don't like this guy. He's an annoying fucking prick. And from then on, I continued to get more and more vindicated in my beliefs. What started out as a passive dislike of someone became an absolute hatred that just constantly got reinforced by his actions. I mean, with certain YouTube personalities like Aaron Egoraptor Hansen or whatever, you see them removing their edges, just kind of whittling down to this soft exterior, but it's usually slightly more acceptable. But H3 really just decided to fuck all of his previous fans, get rid of them, change all of his beliefs, and become as cringe as possible. And in the end, all that happens is, everyone just slowly comes to this understanding that H3H3 was never funny, he was never really all that smart, he was never really all that entertaining, he didn't have some sudden change, he just happened to be on the right side before, and is now kind of on the dumb annoying side. The only solace I get to take is the fact that he's becoming a victim of the monster he's created. His fan base keeps going after him because he can't stand keeping within the walls he's created for himself. Here's a recent example of him having to apologize to his newfound fan base. To my Luigi's Got Big Titties fan base, I am so sorry for the comments on today's show. The sexualization of gay men and the grouping of tops and bottoms is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to the caller too, who I shouldn't have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well. I'm just gonna say it, like, grouping tops and bottoms is a pretty standard meme within that community. If anyone's upset about that, that's kind of surprising. You must have cultivated some of the weakest people possible to be your fans, Ethan. I mean, I personally don't know any gay or lesbian people who would get offended by something like that, so it must be a you problem. It must be a skill issue for you, Ethan. I think you've just found a bunch of people who defy the stereotypes of their community in an effort to create a more toxic and disgusting place just for you. Welcome to the personal hell you have created for yourself. You are so stupid, so immaculately dumb to have betrayed the people who liked you before. I can't stand you. Please, just admit that you're dumb. Just admit that you've backed yourself into a corner here with the people you've cultivated. These groupies that you have. They're not your people. They're really actively against you, man. There's a stereotype of like Boogie2988 that he's just not very smart and that's why he keeps doing so many stupid things, but I feel like H3 doesn't have that reputation even though he desperately needs it, because constantly he is just very low IQ, very small brain, doing stupid actions that make him just seem less than bright, less than intelligent. I mean, this is the same guy not long ago who did blackface multiple times and used to, like, his entire content used to be anti-SJW stuff, right? He used to be part of the anti-woke culture. He used to be part of the gamers. He used to take them down epic style, Ben Shapiro style. I mean, like I said before, he was friends with fucking Filthy Frank, which was the darkest motherfucker on this website who has ever been on this website, the most beautiful mind that has ever been here, and yet he's created this audience that is so antagonistic towards him. Like, this is not the people you want, Ethan. This is clearly not a group of people who respect you or like anything about you, man. To be fair, I don't respect you or like anything about you either, so I guess I understand why they wouldn't. But we're 5 minutes in, and I haven't even mentioned the thing that really caused me to make this video. See, back when Leafy got destroyed, got epically just roasted by YouTube, he posted something. He posted a video of him with a lever action rifle. He posted it to Instagram, just a funny little meme, because it was during riots and he was like, oh, I'm gonna show up there, some shit like that, right? Just a comical little joke, right? He also went on Drama Alert and said something along the lines of he's waiting for someone to give him an excuse to shoot them. It's just a typical joke. Immediately after that he followed it with a haha, this is just a joke, clearly not something I actually want to do, and Ethan couldn't help but sticking his foot in his own mouth here.
But I think I'm getting there, bro. So, like, I need
wait a
to
minute.
start...
How did you get enough balls to go to the protest? Because, like, there was a protest or riot in your area, and I remember you went there.
Well, I'm not that frail, and on top of that, dude, I fucking own guns and shit. Like, I literally went there with a fucking gun in a holster. I don't know if I can say this out loud, but, like, I don't have a concealed weapons permit, but I don't really give a shit, dude. I have a gun, I have a holster, you know, I come from fucking Utah. My family has guns, right? So, like, yeah, I just showed up with that shit and, like, underneath my jacket.
That was crazy that night. I really thought something bad was going to happen to you because you were showing videos of, like, helicopters above you and shit, cops everywhere.
Bro, I wasn't on the front lines or whatever, but I did see a police car on fire. Like, that's the most shit I saw, right? I mean, in truth, I don't know if this can even go on Storyfire, but I just want one day in my life for someone to give me an excuse to shoot them. Is that an extreme opinion? Probably. Bro, that was a late laugh, dude. People are gonna think I'm like George fucking Zimmerman or something. That was a joke, bro. Kind of. Bro,
and we'll see you next week. Make sure you subscribe for more amazing content on Storyfire.
Bro, so like, why not, dude?
Yo, by the way, I hate you, Leafy.
After already gloating about the termination of Leafy, he proceeded to tweet about this too. Now, in his defense, I can see why he would think this is an easy W, because even with the full context, it is a pretty fucking bleak joke, I mean. But it's clear the intent is a joke, and Ethan just makes that seem so blurry with his tweet. He said, Leafy confesses he went to a protest with an illegally concealed gun, saying he was looking for someone to give me an excuse to shoot them. Truly disturbing. Now, this is already pretty stupid just playing dumb for the sake of it, but it gets worse because Ethan has a bit of a history of this exact kind of joke being made by him.
Take that, Joe. City council.
Oh God, I fucking hate the city council.
We're kidding, by the way. Not an actual threat against Joe.
No, I mean,
God
it's
bless
not a
him.
threat. Like, we can say that we hate things while we shoot.
I'm getting it out of my system.
Yeah, I
Joe.
hate the government.
God damn. Woo! Oh!
That's pretty good. I think if there was a politician on the other end of that, they'd probably be down.
I don't think we can say that. I'm gonna.
You can bleep it.
Now that I've finally gotten all of that out of the way, I can say why I really wanted to start making this video. What really inspired me in the first place. Recently, H3 challenged Frank Hassel to come to his house like he did Boogie2988, saying he would shoot him with his shotgun. And before I take apart this short little Twitter video, I'd like you to see it, because it's really, really important that you see it. It's fucking hilarious.
They ratioed me hard on Twitter, but okay, you know. You live by the ratio, you die by the ratio. It happens, you know. Sometimes you eat the bar and sometimes the bar eats you. But if you do come to my house to harm me or my wife, I have a loaded shotgun. I will literally shoot you and kill you. Okay? So to say I'm against violence, yo, this is how I sit in bed and I think about the lock combo on my gun cabinet. I imagine how fast I can get there, punch in the code, take out the gun, turn off the safety, put the bullet in the chamber. I think about that obsessively every night. And that's the world I live in, okay? So I'm not against violence when it's necessary. Punching a guy for saying a stupid joke is not necessary. And if you want to test me, come to my fucking house and I've got 7 bullets. It's a semi-automatic shotgun and I can unleash 7 fucking bullets on you without even have to cock that bitch.
On every level, H3 is stupid in this clip. First of all, like he said, he keeps his gun in a cabinet where he would have to punch in a code, load the bullets, and then take off the safety. Yeah, you heard me right. I didn't say shells. I said bullets. He's apparently got bullets in his shotgun. 7 bullets in his shotgun. Isn't that great? Isn't that amazing? I don't know, something about from like a gun ownership perspective, keeping your gun in a locked box that you'd have to go to and expecting this to protect you against just anyone. This is like an open invitation. Why would you tell people that your house is so poorly guarded? I don't care how much you mentally prepare to open up this gun case. I don't care about how much you think about loading your bullets into this shotgun. I don't care how fast you think you'll get to it. You will not be as fast as someone breaking into your house because guess what? They already have the gun, and if your thick fat little ears can hear them at all, you'll be lucky to gasp out a plea for your life as they fill you with lead. Because they know the difference between a bullet and a shell if they're breaking into your house, your rich, giant-ass mansion. This is so stupid. Why would you post this online and think it was a good idea? You are so dumb. Your fan base has to be children to not think this is stupid, and even then, I knew better as a child. Anyone who's played COD or Halo knows better. Like, anyone who knows even the slightest amount about guns knows better than you, Ethan. You are so stupid, so beautifully, immaculately dumb, and for you to call out Leafy on this, of all things, you just seem like the bottom of the barrel as far as intelligence. I'd even say this video is truly disturbing. I mean, he's going to fire 7 bullets into you with his semi-automatic shotgun. Isn't that just disturbing? Isn't that fucked up? That's really messed up. That's dark, dude. Almost as dark as your wife's eyes after having sat behind you and listened to your ignorance for all this time. Once again, I'd like to make it clear that I'm not commenting on her physical attributes. I'm talking about just her appearance, the look in her eyes, the sadness that is, you know, just how she looks in the background of all of his videos. Just quiet, solemn, sad. It's always a depressing sight. It's very upsetting. I feel bad for Gila. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video at all, somehow, even though, you know, it's me, I'm never a good guy. I make terrible content. Honestly, I'm a garbage person. You should hate me. You should find me. You should kill me. I don't have a shotgun with bullets in it. You could probably do it. I mean, I have shells. They'd probably not stop you. Bullets sound way more dangerous. I mean, who would shoot shells at someone? That sounds like a beach thing. Are you sure that's what you load into your gun? That sounds weird. You're stupid. You're weird. You're strange. Anyway, my name is, has been, and will be Crucimix in the foreseeable future, so please, if you're at all interested in content like this coming to your subscription box in the future, please consider liking and subscribing. I love you. Goodbye.
in Ian's response video, he says, "I don't care if dudes jerk off to pictures of my girlfriend." And then Leafy came on and said, he just showed that and said, "Dude, you're a fucking cuck, dude." And that was it. And people loved it. People loved the video.
Really?
And I said, "Well, Leafy, you're putting about as much effort into your content as you ever did."
You know, I would love people saying,
"Oh, Leafy, come back."
I would love to see Leafy come back and try to exist in the landscape today. Like, the content that he was making would never fly on YouTube today, and you have to adapt and overcome the fact that, like, you can't even curse, bro. Like I don't know.
On the next all-new Samurai Jack.
I am the dealer of destruction, the merchant of doom, and I seek you, Samurai Jack.
Aku unleashes his most powerful minion on the samurai. And with a legion of immortal warriors at his command, will Dimango finally spell doom for Jack? It's Jack versus Dimango on the next Samurai Jack, premiering Friday at 7:30 on Cartoon Network.